You're not allowed to be working on the phone when a star is performing.
I'm ready.
Okay, we're ready.
What are you going to talk about today, Dee Lauderdale? I know, I saw that. DeeLauderdale.com.
All right, two things. One, I'll be speaking at Crosswinds Methodist Church this Sunday at the Madison campus, and then I'll be at the Harvest campus the next weekend. I think the services are 9:30 and 10:45.
Speaking during the service?
Yeah.
Are you preaching or?
I am.
Oh,
right.
Yeah. Going to be talking about men as a warrior, based on the life of David.
Oh.
Yeah, it's going to be good. They're doing a series called Man Up, and they asked me if I'd do one of the sessions, and this is the one I got assigned, so we'll be back up on
now,
the
where is that again?
The Madison campus is on Huntsville-Brownsbury Road, right off of County Line Road, behind the Publix. If people know where that is on County Line Road, right behind that. 9:30 and 10:45. It's going to be fun. We'll see how many people I can irritate, because I think I'm probably going to irritate one or two people. But so yeah, doing that. Then I did a podcast interview yesterday with James Spann, who's a weather guy in the Birmingham market. Great. I mean,
But he does more than just weather. I heard you tell me.
He does everything. I'm never again going to say I'm busy after listening to what James is into. Yeah, I mean, he does 2 newscasts a day. He's chairman of the board of a hospital in Birmingham that's in the middle of a $400 million expansion. He owns a company that does radio weather for like ZYP and a whole bunch of them.
I think it's on 106. I don't think it's ZYP.
I'm not sure. He's got like 10 or 15 stations.
Yeah.
And then he also does a weather podcast once a week that's like 2.5 hours. And he's still got his youngest son's a senior in high school, and he coaches his baseball team.
Oh, my goodness.
So I just felt like...
Gosh.
But that makes me feel kind of bad after working about an hour a day.
It made me tired just listening to him go through everything. So anyway, that episode will be up Monday. And what's really good about it is James's dad walked out on he and his mom when he was 7 years old. And to hear where he came, and the fact, and here's just a teaser about it, he didn't have any formal meteorological training until he was back, after he'd been in Dallas. He got hired at a Dallas station, top 10 TV market, and didn't have any formal weather training.
Which is
that shows you anybody can do weather. That
is actually meteorologist. If you look it up, you don't have to have a degree to call yourself a meteorologist.
Well, now Mississippi State started a program back when he got back into it, and he finished that program, which I have several friends who have been through it. But it was just amazing. He said he had never applied for a job in his life.
And he got that job?
Ever. He's never applied for a job in his life. He said, if I ever lose this one, I don't know how to get another job, because I've never looked for a job. I thought that's the Jamie Cooper way. Never apply for a job.
Well, I'm glad somebody's following him up footsteps. What are you talking about today?
All right. In honor of Veterans Day, one of the greatest generals ever, Colin Powell, wrote a book a couple of years ago. It's called It Worked for Me. And he laid out in that his leadership principles. And they're really, really good. They're really, really short. We like simple around here. So I thought we'd just kind of go through some of those and talk about how he did it. Because if anybody can rise to the level of 4-star, they got to know what they're doing. So here's his first one. It ain't as bad as you think. It will look better in the morning.
Well, ain't that the truth?
It ain't as bad as they it'll look better in the morning.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, they can get through that night. It's hell, though.
Yeah. That's true.
But there is a lot of truth in that.
There is a lot of truth in that.
We always take the worst case scenario of it.
And we think of that first.
Yeah, and we think about how bad it could possibly be, and it never turns out that bad.
Really?
I mean, it never...
What if it got worse?
Well, you know it's going to get better. Eventually.
Trying to tell me something?
I am.
Yeah.
Well, do we need to do some marriage counseling here? I mean, I do that. I mean, I can
You
work
do
out.
marriage counseling too?
I do.
What's my problem?
You'd think I'd be doing marriage counseling many times I've been hitched.
No.
That almost makes sense until you really think through it. That almost makes
Why
sense.
wouldn't it? I know what not to do and what to do. How do you think I rooked in somebody like her?
You know, that's the question everybody asks me since I've been on the show. They've said, how did Jamie get glory? And I said, quite frankly, I don't know.
His best friends.
Well, let me tell you the story.
Is that what it was? Tell me the story. I want to hear that story.
I ain't got time. I got to go to this video in a minute.
Okay. All right, here's Colin Powell's leadership principle number 2. Get mad and then get over it.
Yeah, that's usually.
But it's what you say while you're mad that you got to come back eat later.
Sometimes.
Well, he didn't say. He just said get mad and then get over it. But, you know, the whole...
You might get over it, but the person you're mad at may not get over it.
Well, the whole thing about watching what you say, that's a different one. You know, that kind of goes with something else. All right, number 3. Avoid having your ego so close to your position that when your position falls, your ego goes with it.
Okay, decipher that one, Mr. Cooper.
Here's what he was saying.
I have nothing in common with that statement.
I mean, what would you do if you weren't Jamie Cooper on TV anymore?
I have nothing in common with that statement.
That would not work for you at all.
My ego is my life.
It is.
Oh my goodness.
It's your brand.
Sorry.
It's your brand. You're the Jamie Cooper brand.
That's right.
So I mean,
It's a good thing we have 2 doors. We might
what
not
would you do
take
without
that
being
middle
Jamie
part out.
Cooper?
Well, I mean, what would you do about being Dee Lauderdale? I mean,
Well,
I
I don't have a brand. I mean, but that's what he's saying is don't get so wrapped
Well,
up
my
in
brand
what you
ain't
do
sold out
Get
yet.
a real job.
that if you ever lose it, then there goes your ego with it.
It's just like yesterday. Now I said,
Your
you
ego
know,
bounces back.
spots in the world and the Super Bowl are going for $4.5 million each. 36
How many did
spots,
you
and
buy?
They got 10 left.
Here's
How
a
many did you
shameless
buy?
You could buy this whole station for that. And how many
24
work
hours
for
a
you
day.
each and every day?
And all they got to do is just come write a check. You can get that done quickly, right?
Well, I'd take a credit card.
Would you really?
I'd take payments.
Well, maybe you and I need to talk.
I'd take payments.
you gonna finance it for me? Is that what you're gonna do?
Yeah, Bill Donovan would.
All right. Number 4.
Hey, we're
It
getting
can be
closer.
done.
What can?
Anything. It can be
Dave.
done.
See that last question you just had? Are we going to finance for you?
Yeah.
It can be done.
It can be done.
Can
There
be
you
done.
go. All right. I'm getting myself in trouble. My phone is
Dad
about to
just
blow
fell
up
off
with
the
text
chair.
messages from my wife saying, "Be quiet. Don't buy a TV
That's
station
right.
today." All right. Colin Powell's leadership lesson number 5. Be careful what you choose.
I wasn't very careful the first 3 times.
But you learned. It just took you a while to learn.
Yeah, well, it took me a couple of years to learn they ain't the right one.
But then you began to learn how to choose the right one.
Then I
Now
said,
see,
it's all
what you
about-
could do, Jamie, is write a book on how to choose a good wife.
No, he couldn't write that.
That's your,
Well, I ain't found that. I ain't got that far yet.
He's still searching.
oh,
I'm
come
not a
on
good
now.
wife.
I ain't got that far yet.
Oh, okay. All right. This may be my favorite one of everything Colin Powell wrote. You can't make someone else's choices.
That is so true, and that irritates you at times.
Yeah, you want to because
Especially
you
when
see.
you know they're making the wrong choice.
Yeah, that's where it always happens is you want that. I told you I was going to get a text from my wife. She just sent me one that said, hey, be careful when I keep talking about buying a TV station.
Did
So
she have to co-sign?
Oh, dang, that just changed the whole rules.
it did. Just everything
Did
went.
she have to co-sign?
Yeah, trust me, we would be co-signing and there
Bring her
would
to
be
the house Saturday. We need to have a talk.
Oh, is that what you're going to talk her into it? Yeah. All right. There's one more here I wanted to
All right,
talk
one more.
How long
about.
do you think a show is?
We have
I don't know. I'm going along with you. I never know how long
Okay,
I've
one
got to
more,
talk
then we
about.
gotta go
All right. This is good. Don't let adverse facts stand in the way of a good decision.
See, there you go.
Gosh, Dee.
What facts do you have to know to be a TV station owner?
I don't know how to run one.
Well, they ain't no, I didn't either.
See, I
I've
didn't
never
either.
run a TV station. I don't know how to be a broadcaster.
Nothing to it.
If I can do
Nothing.
it, anyone can do it.
Is that what it is?
That's what it is.
Well, I better be quiet because if I keep talking, then I'm going
Called
to get in
Brad
trouble.
Golson.
Hey, Shut Up is back tomorrow. He just got back from the North Pole. Yesterday he was on the phone with us. And show that picture of him again, Brad. Shut Up Huddleston
Yes,
was
he
actually,
was.
that is genuinely at the North Pole.
And
What was
it's
he doing up
freezing.
there? I
He's
don't
been up
understand
there
that
for
part.
20-something days.
He's there for work. Yeah.
Yeah, they gave him a special on some toys or something. And he was down there,
He was that
look.
close, he had to go to the North Pole.
Today,
and send us
North
photos
Pole.
for
And now
Matt.
he's
What
back
does he
in good
do?
old Athens, Alabama.
Engineer.
He'll be back tomorrow. He'll be back tomorrow.
We'll ask him what all
Yeah,
he
Yeah,
did.
we need to hear those kind of things. What's he doing?
And I don't have time to go to the Bertie Thornton video you
Oh,
ran over by
it
about
is
2 or
all
3
on
minutes.
YouTube, though,
Tomorrow
so
we'll
you
have
can
plenty
watch
of
it
time to get all this stuff in. And
So now I'm to blame. Okay.
Yeah. So
So does that mean you have another one?
No.
Are you done?
It's over.
Oh,
I mean,
well
he's
then?
cut me off.
Now, what other top people are you looking for to interview for your
Anybody-
world-renowned podcast?
Oh yeah, it's but you're still the most downloaded episode, but you're about to lose.
5 people listen
You're
to
about
it.
to lose.
Well, we've had a few more.
We haven't got that video edited yet to put on. We got to get it to.
But
I'm
it's
gonna run
really
it
good.
because-
Any guy who grew up in the South who's just got a good story to tell, who's been successful, anything. Just anybody who's got a good story to tell. We sit down and we talk about it for an hour
And you want to share it?
and just see what we can learn.
You got Dusty.
Dusty,
Dusty.
you, a guy named John Archibald, who's a columnist for the Birmingham
Yeah,
News.
I know he is.
Sounds
Yeah.
familiar.
Yeah, John's. We put it up Monday, and it
Okay.
blew up. I mean, it
Yeah,
was
good.
crazy how
Yeah,
many
I'm
people
sure
listened.